part of me. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist?
Hey, welcome.
When baby I know too well.
This is a fun episode with a good friend of mine. Funny comic. Just very interesting woman named Adrienne Airhart. We talked about all kinds of stuff. COVID, obviously. Psychedelics, comedy, synergy, touring, living at the beach, all kinds of stuff. It was good catching up with her. This time apart from everybody is really tough, as everybody knows, and it was good to catch up. And it's good to see her happy. She's been through a lot of stuff and come out the other side just shining. So, yeah, enjoy my talk with Adrienne Airhart, and thank you for listening. And yeah, enjoy Adrienne Airhart. Yeah. So what's up? Tell me about it.
So what's up?
Tell me about
I just
it.
got
Tell me
back
about
from San Francisco.
I saw you were doing shows. How fun was that?
So fucking fun.
Yeah.
I forgot that I was alive. I've been sleepwalking for a year. Since whatever the last time is I did a real set. I've been sleepwalking, and that was just like, oh my God. The weather was perfect. It was awesome. I was there with Alex Hooper, is a really good friend.
Yeah.
And I stayed in my boss's apartment, which was super cool of him to lend that to me. So it was like a really inexpensive trip too.
Yeah.
And just the shows were great. Everyone there was like down to clown. Everyone came out to see comedy.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah. That's really fun. Was that your first shows back?
Yeah, those were my first shows back. I haven't done live stand-up in over a year. Just these like random Zooms. And honestly, not that many.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, pressure was on to like really fucking bring it.
Yeah.
And I like, right before the pandemic hit, I was mentally not okay. And my comedy was reflecting that, the pain from, being cheated on and getting divorced and stuff. And then I found myself on stage, like doing the jokes, only the zingers, obviously. And then having to tell the audience, like, I'm actually good now, but like, I wrote these pre-pandemic and I haven't had any stage time. So you're gonna have to hear the rest of the divorce jokes, but like, I have a hot boyfriend and I'm happy and I live on the beach. So here we go. Here's the rest of how he destroyed my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
When's the last time you did comedy?
March 5th, the last Brewing Comedy Show.
Mm-hmm.
I struggled for a long time trying to think of like doing Zoom shows. And I kind of landed on it was a whole different thing that I wasn't really that interested in pursuing, but I'm glad it existed so that people could make money. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
Like, when it comes to comedy, like I like the craft of it, and I like doing it live with people because that's how you figure out the craft. But it didn't seem to make sense to me to like try to do those shows. Although I think there's some people have really figured out a cool art to it and like made it really cool. Like I think the way kind of Mike Birbiglia did it is really cool. I don't know if you saw early in the pandemic, Danny Jollis did that really cool thing where he recorded himself on video as his background and had the argument with himself. That was just genius. Brilliant. And that was like 2 weeks in. Like he was like, "Oh, I understand." But I just haven't been well, for like most of the time, nothing seemed funny.
Right.
So it was, and still it's kind of shocking, like I started this during the pandemic before the election, and the first like 15 episodes are just coping with what are we going to do because the world is burning down around us.
Mm-hmm.
To now, I think I have a lot of hope, and a lot of like, it feels like, you know, rational adults are in charge, even if they're still politicians, you know, like,
I feel that,
you know, like they're like, it feels better. It just feels better to have adult conversations, you know, even if they're definitely lying to us about shit. Like, of course they are.
for sure. Yeah.
Like I just assume that now, like Trump just made it crazy, but like, you know, I don't think that any politicians are going to change it drastically, but it is like awesome to have science there talking, and
Mm-hmm.
a response to a pandemic that's like 11, 12 months too late, you know?
Yeah, but it's working now, and like trying to get the kids at the border some kind of safe before they're all, you know, kidnapped and bad stuff happens to them, you know, and they're like, nuts, oh, this is Biden's fault that this is happening. It's like there was a mass wave of them during Obama's administration, during Trump's administration, and during Biden's. They come. No matter what's happening in the world, they come.
And by the way, why don't we fix the reason they're running from their country?
What, fix Mexico? Fix El Salvador?
Give it a shot. You know, like
eradicate
we can't fix
all the
it,
gangs?
but like, well, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like we're trying that hard. I don't know. You never hear about that. Like, you know, when was the last time we really tried to do anything about that kind of stuff instead of like, I don't know. Who knows? I don't want to talk about the government. I want to talk about, I want to talk about you and how you're doing. And like, tell me about the comedy shows and tell me more about like getting up there and how you figured that out. Cause I mean, you've been pretty locked down too. You know, you had COVID there for a while. You had long COVID, right?
I had long COVID. I was really sick. That sucked a lot.
Are you feeling like that's gone now for the most part?
Yeah, I think I have delayed symptoms. Like, I try every once in a while, I try to vape something and it hurts still. So I think I still have like a lung pain from that. Oh, okay. And it's hard to tell because I'm also getting older, but like the memory loss thing is happening.
Yeah.
Like it's probably age and poor diet, whatever. But that was intense, having COVID and not being sure if I was going to have a job because of how unsure the whole world was. And then they declared cannabis essential.
Yeah.
So I definitely had a workplace, but I was sick and being told so many different things by so many different doctors and resources that, you know, I mean, I got sick March 12th. I went home from work early last year. Thought I had strep throat. I called my doctor like 4 days later and I was like, hey, these are my symptoms. And the doctor's office was like, don't fucking come here. You have COVID. Stay for 2 weeks. And I was like, okay. So I locked down for 2 weeks. 2 weeks go by and I'm still sick. So I call my doctor again and they're like, go to urgent care or something. Do not come here. Wow. And no, there's no tests to be found. Could not find a test anywhere. So I go to urgent care and he diagnoses me like with x-ray and lymph nodes, temperature. I didn't even know I had a fever when I walked in there. And he was like, okay, so if you can go 3 days without having a fever, that's when you know you're better. That didn't happen for another 2 weeks. Fuck. And then I went to get cleared. I got an x-ray by a pulmonologist to make sure I wasn't going to damage myself. And he was like, you have post-viral asthmatic bronchitis now. So I had to get on like steroids and meds for that. But then I got to go back to work and people were like afraid of me. Yeah. Like I was the only person they knew that had COVID.
Yeah. You were the only person I knew of for a long time.
Yeah.
For like 3 months.
I was treated like a leper. Yeah. And, but also like, they were like kind about it. Like when I'd walk by any employees who were, before we got crazy about it, like with their mask below their nose or whatever, would like pull their mask up when they saw me coming nearby. Not because I was like, keep me safe, but they were just like, don't, if she gets sick again, she could die. So, and I kept a wide berth and it actually really helped with boundaries at work
Yeah.
too. I was able to really separate. Not that I ever was super friendly with anybody I work with anyways. I'm not that kind of, I'm only friends with comics, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it really helped bridge that, like
Interesting.
build a bridge between us so that we had
Yeah.
some space and some distance.
Yeah. Do you think that like that's gonna stick with us? Like we're the generation of COVID, so like we're gonna always be weird around people in that way, like a little bit, like a little shell shocked. Like
No,
I
I
don't
think
know.
it'll go away pretty soon. I
You
think
think?
it'll take another year fully to get everybody vaccinated enough where there's no masks and we're like at 100%
Yeah.
indoor dining and shows and everything. And I think that this will dissipate very quickly from people's minds.
It's God, I hope so, man. I can't wait. Cause like it freaks me out to see, like, did you see the spring break coverage today? And it's just like, dude,
You know, I'm from Florida. I can't,
what
I don't
world?
claim them as my own.
What world are we in? Like, I honestly don't get it. Like it's just, I don't know. It's crazy.
Selfish. These Gen Zers, they drive me flipping crazy. But my shop is cannabis, so we're tier 1A essential for vaccination, and like 90% of us are fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
I just got my second shot earlier
Yeah.
today.
You're going to be
So
wrecked tomorrow by what I hear.
I'm going to be sick. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
being prepared
yeah,
for that. I've already
yeah.
told my assistant and my staff, like, I might not be in tomorrow. Just be prepared.
Yeah.
But we will be able to have meetings, you know, back of house, not where customers are facing. Like, that's where I work, is back of house.
Yeah.
With each other with our masks off, because the CDC guidelines have said everybody who's doubled, you know, if you have the full vaccination,
Yeah.
it's been 2 weeks since your vaccination, you can be in a room with other people without the mask on who've also been vaccinated.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen like my coworkers' faces unless I walk in on them when they're eating or something, or on Zoom calls
Yeah.
in a year. So it's crazy to think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. It's, you know what? I don't want to ever get used to it, to your point. Like, I hope it goes away really quick. I don't want to get used to it. It like watching the Grammys and like any shows on TV where people are masked. It's just like, this is so fucking weird. I just don't like it. Like, it's just, it doesn't seem right. And we could have kind of fixed it so much sooner. That's the thing, is just like, man, we didn't need to get to this. You know, it's weird. It's really weird, but I'm so optimistic. About,
You know, I am too. And I'm not usually an optimistic person.
yeah.
But I think this is going to tighten up a lot of stuff. And I think the pendulum swing from all of the takeout containers and wastefulness that we've done is going to go, people are going to go, man, fuck that. I'm never having styrofoam or plastic again. Now that we're COVID safe, I'm bringing my own stuff to a restaurant to get it packed up there. You know, I bring my own coffee cup. Like, I'm hoping that it goes that way, and not like, well, single use seems to be a way safer option. Like, I hope it doesn't do that, you know?
Yeah, see, here's what I think. See what you think about this. And this is honestly, the other reason I even bothered to do this was like, so I can check myself against people, because we had such an opportunity with comics to check your own thinking constantly, because like, we just tell each other like, that's bullshit, or agree with you, or like, you know, kind of, you have real conversations that are just completely, you know, straight ahead. So I was missing that a lot. And it's like, you know, I really am optimistic but I think that we are going to see like a shift in like drastically, like where you have to go to continue to be okay. Like not like safe. I mean, just like, maybe we shouldn't have maybe we shouldn't be in the same states sometimes, like, because it's so drastic. I don't know how. That's the only part I'm not optimistic about, is like, how did these people get so far gone in this cult of non-rationality that I don't know if they're salvageable. You know what I mean? It's like, but then I think maybe I'm nuts, because when you see that spring break shit, you're just like, well, there's whole states where they don't believe this is real, apparently.
Right.
And what are we doing over here in California? Because we're like still.
We
I don't
have
know.
so many transient people that we didn't stand a goddamn chance not getting flooded with every strain of COVID that exists. In Oklahoma, ain't nobody going to Oklahoma. Yeah, your numbers are low because nobody wants to go there.
Yeah.
Y'all suck, you know? So unless one person in
All
town
of my
got it and
listeners
she
are in
happened to be the
Oklahoma, by
village
the way.
hoe, then Oklahoma's going to be safe, you know?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to go there. It's gross. Sorry, Oklahoma.
I don't think I've
You're
ever been to
okay.
Oklahoma. That's one of the ones I haven't been to. I've been to a lot of states, but not that one.
Me too. I don't think I've even driven through it, to be honest with you. But it's just always gets brought up as like in Kansas too. It's rural. It's harder to see people because they're more spread out. There are fewer people because again, ain't nobody want to live there, and nobody visits. What are they going to get? Some fucking Parisian traveling Kylie Jenner is going to drive through Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and cough on someone in a restaurant, and then the whole town's going to get it? No.
Yeah, it's true.
Truckers are going to get it at truck stops and give it to the hookers. They're going to give it to y'all's husbands, and some people are going to get it. You know. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not think that husbands cheat? Because I can tell you that every single one of them does. Men are trash. I'm fine.
You sound really, really well.
I'm fine. Mm-hmm. We're good. We're fine. You know, this year has been awesome because I had to move in with my boyfriend of just a few months.
Yeah.
Like I got separated from my husband, who I was with for 8 years, in August of 2019, and we started dating in December of 2019. And by March, we were living together because of COVID, because I was sick, and he like moved in to help me. Couldn't walk up the stairs and shit.
Yeah.
And then my roommate like didn't let me come home once I got diagnosed from urgent care with COVID.
Yeah.
I pretty much had to move in with Zane.
Yeah.
And then I've been living with him ever since. We decided to move to the beach in September because we were like, let's wait out the pandemic somewhere doper. You know, we were living in West Hollywood near the clubs, but the clubs are closed. And while it was cool being near the protests, we did a bunch of Black Lives Matter protests, got shot at, etc. The whole area just turned into like hype beasts trying to like buy sneakers and be cool and shit. And this was just not our vibe. So I was like, we were going to the beach every weekend. So I was like, let's just move to the beach. Right around the same time, I had hip surgery. I had hurt my hip, obviously my whole life from ballet, but then really badly last December. And it was just good timing. Like, all right, I'll get the hip surgery because I can be remote. And Zane's here to take care of me. He's not on the road or anything. And then I just recently had my shoulder surgery to get that taken care of while pandemic is still happening. And, you know, before I want to have babies or something. I just met someone in San Francisco a couple of days ago who had the exact same surgeries as me. And she was like, are you a dancer? And I was like, yeah, I was a dancer. So these are like the most common dancer injuries, but I'm good now. Like I'm nearly healed. And I just got my shot today. It's fucking brutal. That vaccine.
Which one did you get, Moderna or Pfizer?
Moderna.
Okay.
It just felt right.
It's amazing, dude. It's amazing science. It's absolutely. I mean, the thing that's crazy, and the only thing we don't know is what happens after a long time, and we won't know that
for a long time.
It's happening right now. This is the long-term follow-up. So it's like, but I mean, I kind of feel like we would have seen something by now. If there's just been so many.
Well, they're talking about blood clots now, but who knows if that
was the
like
AZ one.
Wild hootenanny from, Oklahomans or whatever trying to fuck shit up, or from like a competitive vaccine company trying to disparage one or the other.
Oh God, I didn't even think of that.
Everybody's so fucking evil.
I don't think you get European health agencies doing shit on behalf of like a lobby like that.
No, but if there's evidence and then there's somebody to put the pieces together over here in this control group, and then you have to investigate this control group. Like, it's pretty easy to like assign a blood clot to somebody who'd gotten a vaccine when they could be mutually exclusive facts, you know?
Yeah. It's vaccines are always getting this kind of shit, and I think I just can't find credible disparaging information around vaccine. It seems very straightforward.
It does.
Very simple,
doesn't it?
and very, not that they don't sometimes have issues with them, of course, but for the most part, I mean, it's better than COVID in this case, you know, like,
I mean, the people who argue against it, I'm like, cool. How do you feel about living your life this far without polio? Do you feel pretty good about that?
Yeah.
That was a vaccine that did that for you, because you most def would have had polio by now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a no brainer, but the problem is, you know, I don't know about you, but like, I kind of thought the internet was going to be so great in terms of, oh, now there's no way we can get the wrong answer. We have all the information now. We can actually share all the information. And while that's still true, the problem is there's no filter on the info coming in. It can be bullshit, and that mixes in. And it's like, damn it. Now we got to figure out a way to actually use this thing for good as it was intended in terms of collective knowledge and collaboration without the bullshit, obviously not true thing, you know, like I just don't know how we get.
I mean, good luck with that. I mean, not only are there horrible people, there's capitalism, greed, lust, gluttony, all the 7 deadly sins, but like, you've got people on there who straight up just want to watch the world burn, you know, people that just are bored. And then cancel culture is not helping anything, really.
I think I could be totally wrong and get canceled for saying it, but like, I think like, that's starting to fade a little bit. Cancel culture, the more people kind of put out. I mean, Bill Burr's been saying it recently. It's just like,
oh my God.
I don't even
look.
look.
You see what his wife tweeted?
No.
Somebody, that article that they wrote or whatever, that was like, he's racist for having a black wife so that he can treat her, I don't know, some kind of slave reference.
Yeah.
And his wife quote tweeted it and just said, bitch, shut the fuck up. I was like, that's so perfect. Because of course Bill Burr married someone funny who doesn't take that shit, you know? And he was probably just like, what the fuck? Where are you even creating this fucking nonsense of like people just grasping at straws to try to get people dragged and canceled?
He's just like, who said these terrible things? 12 people? And what do you, I don't even look. So it's like, all right. I mean, it is just people online. I think the scary part for the world is that turned into the Capitol riot, you know, literally.
Yes.
So that's obviously it has real world consequences, but I don't know. Again, I'm just trying to be like as optimistic as I can because, you know, my kids are going to inherit this. We got to figure out how to use this thing correctly because it's an incredibly powerful tool. I mean, we wouldn't have the vaccines without computers and AI and all this stuff. So it's like, yeah, we just have to harness this and get our arms around, like, what do we do with social media? Because we obviously fucked it up. Like, the incentives are wrong. The idea is good of connection, but then the incentives are all off. So how are we going to fix that part? You know, it's like...
Get rid of the ads. No ads allowed. No influencer ads. No targeted ads. No nothing. You pay a premium to be on the app, and that will fund the development to keep the bugs out and the upgrades necessary.
Yeah.
And you just are paying to be on there ad free, like when you upgrade Hulu for no ads kind of shit.
Yeah.
Let me pay for it and then leave me the fuck alone with your fucking ads.
Yeah. I wonder if they can get to that. You know, I wonder if they can get to that because they gotta, because then it would come down to the best app wins. Right. You know, and it's weird, especially like being, you know, somewhat trying to be paying attention to all this shit. Like, there are people who don't give a shit about all the platforms at all. They just stick with their one platform. But we, doing what we're doing, like, understand that they're all happening at once and how they kind of work and what you're supposed to do with them. And it's crazy, dude. Like, there's so many now.
and you need them. Like, I am a Twitter bitch.
different
That's where I
things.
used to write my jokes.
Yeah.
But then people started putting them on memes and stealing them and putting them on Reddit and shit. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, I'm not going to give you this stuff for free. I'll
Yeah.
make the good ones into jokes and do them on stage. And then Instagram was dope for a while, but now it's like all this algorithm bullshit. You really can't stay ahead of it.
Yeah.
Facebook is for your moms and for your friends who had babies who are now your moms. And I don't do Snapchat anymore, not for years now.
Yeah.
And Clubhouse is like, if you want to try to do stage time without doing stage time, that's a great resource for that, especially Leah Lamar is always up in there running shows, I think 24 hours a day from the looks of it.
Oh, really?
And you can just jump in and, do a hot few minutes. It's just weird though, because people have to like unmute themselves to laugh where you can hear it and then mute themselves again. So it's a very active thing you have to be doing. But I did a Clubhouse show the other night and I did 3 minutes on an all women's lineup.
Yeah.
And I got 100 Clubhouse followers, like 30 Instagram followers, a bunch of Twitter followers, and a bunch of OnlyFans followers, which is money in the bank for me.
Yeah.
So I was pretty
awesome.
happy about that. So now I'm like, all right,
what's where
how do I
attention is
figure out
going now?
Clubhouse?
Yeah. It's where attention is going now.
Yes.
For,
and TikTok.
for whatever reason. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. It's so crazy to watch. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with it. It's just neat.
I'm obsessed with TikTok. I really like watching home makeovers and renovations of like school buses into tiny houses and stuff like that. I like to see dancing. And it's interesting to watch Dr. TikTok diagnose me with things. Like ADHD is like the hot button one right now. Everybody's got ADHD. If you're neurodivergent, keep listening. If you're neurotypical, you're not going to understand this because you don't have ADHD. We're the special ones. And I showed Zane one the other day because I'm always telling him he has ADD. And he's watching this girl talk about all the things that ADHD people have. And he goes, what are her credentials? Is she a doctor? She looks like she's 22 years old. And I was like, I think she is 22 years old. And he's like, she's not a doctor. I'm not interested in what she thinks a neurodivergent person is. And I was like, okay, I don't know what you want to call yourself, but I found your shoe in the refrigerator. So there's got to be something. There's got to be something there, TikTok, Dr. TikTok.
Oh man, that's amazing. Yeah, dude. So you live by the beach. How's that?
I can hear the seals barking at night.
That's so dope.
It's unbelievable. It's way better than Russians yelling.
Probably.
That was my neighborhood in West Hollywood. And if we went outside for like a late night walk, there was always like Russian neighbors crouching near trees, smoking cigarettes. I don't know why. There's stoops everywhere, but maybe the stoops are illuminated. So it was like, I don't know. And there was always some kind of Morse code light thing happening on various apartment buildings down the block. We came out one morning. I had a night terror and we got up at 6 a.m. to go to Cantor's and have breakfast. This is like in the midst where like we wasn't completely locked down. You could go inside and eat.
Yeah.
And we couldn't leave and get to my car because there were 12 SWAT cars in the middle of the street arresting what I'm assuming was Russian mafia, walking handcuffed to a car in pajamas and sock feet at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. And I think that was when we were both like, maybe we should move, And they were so quiet. They like put him in the car quietly. They did like a quiet shut of the door. And they like drove the vans with the big sliding door. They drove down the street a little bit and then like gravity closed the door, for them. They didn't like slam it or anything. They were quiet as mouse. It makes me wonder how much fuck shit happens when you're sleeping, like when the vampires are out that you don't even know about because they've just learned how to be quieter than my boyfriend could ever learn how to be. Him trying to do his stocks every morning, gets up at 6 and does his little, it's not day trading, babe. I didn't trade in the same day. I don't know what it means and I don't fucking care. It's the one thing that when he talks about, my eyes go in different directions and I cannot focus. I'm talking about stupid. I have a degree in computer science. I can follow logic. I am good at math. But for some reason, he starts talking about fucking GameStop or something. And I just want to lose my goddamn mind. And he gets up quietly, that he thinks he's being quiet, gets dressed and leaves. And in the meantime, it's 6 a.m. And I'm like, I am wide awake now from your stupid stock ass. Why do we do this? I guess I'm mad about it.
I'd say.
It's exhausting. He's obsessed with it though. And I'm like, why don't you just get like a job? And he's like, I'm a comedian. What do you want me to do? I'm going to deliver pizzas or something? And he's like, this is working. He's been doing Zoom shows all along. He does, rehab Zoom shows that awesome. He used to do physically. He used to tour physically all the time. So he's been doing that for the entire year, and he's got Zoom burnout so bad.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. So now he's doing stocks to try to, and it's actually, he's making good money. So I can't even, unless I was paying his bills, I can't say anything about it. So I just have to let him do his thing.
Yeah.
It's still annoying. And I definitely don't want to hear about it. Not at all. I got the Robinhood app and I bought like $5 in like 100 things.
Yeah.
Just to like throw some shit at the wall and say I'm involved or whatever. But I could not give less of a shit about any of that and what's happening. Could not.
Yeah, it's very, I get it. I get why people get so into it, because it's an addictive game, and that's all it is a game like every other. And Robinhood made it like a game, except it's real money.
It's gambling. You can't convince me it's not gambling, and I'm not a gambler. I'm a safe bet kind of bitch. Yeah,
it's definitely gambling, I would say. If you're in there playing every day, it's definitely very similar, I would think, because it's interesting how they cracked it. I'm not going to talk about it because you'll get bored. Never mind.
To his credit, he studies it vehemently, and really knows what he's talking about. And his friends call him for advice all the time, and call to thank him for giving them good advice that made them money.
Yeah.
So there you go. Good for you, babe. Call your friends. Your partner can't be your everything. I can't talk to him about, my hair or being a female in comedy.
Yeah.
But I can talk to him about a lot of things. Don't talk to me about your fucking stocks, dude. Just it's like not off limits. Off limits. No thanks.
What did Alex Hooper have to say this weekend? I love that guy.
His set is so fun. It's such a wild ride. Dude, people recognize him everywhere now. I took him
from AGT.
My shop, we opened a sister shop in Napa, and I went up there. It was like their grand opening. I just went to say hi and meet people that I've been like running their marketing from down here.
Yeah.
And I've never met most of them in person. So I got to like meet them in person. And one of the owners of the shop was like, Alex Hooper. He like knew who he was immediately. So he got some like weed and some tacos and stuff. So he was happy to make the trip. Hooper and I had the most romantic weekend for two people who have only ever been drug buddies and homies, and who were texting and calling their respective partners the whole time.
Yeah.
It was literally like we were having a sexless affair. We were in Napa having tapas by the river, and we played frisbee golf in the forest, which was incredible.
Yeah.
And we had like dinners together. Sunday we went to Sausalito and had oysters in the middle of the day, and then came back into town and had ice cream cones from Girardelli's. Like we literally did all like the most romantic things you could do as not a couple. And it was so fun. A 10 out of 10 would repeat in any city with that motherfucker. He's the best. We get on really well. There's hardly any like moments of silence, especially because like I haven't seen him in a long time. So that was like really fun to catch up. And his set is so fun and so explosive, and people just are magnetized by him. And he's really picked up his marketing game too. So he's got, cards with QR codes on them and stuff. And he sells merch. He's just a fucking beast. He is a true headliner and like just crushing it. And it is so awesome to behold. And anybody that, obviously the people that booked us were his buds, but they're my buds now too.
Yeah.
And he's just as like this light that brings people together. Human collector, he calls himself.
Yeah.
He definitely is. And that was just so great and so fun. And it was so weird because none of the comics on any of the shows we did. Nobody really talked about COVID at all. My set has zero COVID jokes at all about it. Nobody's talking about it, mentioning it, talking about, I mean, the host a little bit will like mention something. And then obviously like we're wearing masks in the back and our own microphones that have just been wiped down with a cover on top of them. Yeah. And then the host, we bump elbows, then we take our mask off, then we plug the mic in, and then we're doing a show and it's outside. Yeah. Or one of the places there was no mic and we had to keep our mask on the whole time because of a permitting thing.
Right.
That was interesting to be screaming through a mask, gesticulating wildly, trying to do a set.
Yeah.
It was very, very interesting. But the vibes in San Francisco are the best. I would go up there again in a goddamn minute.
And you like the cold more too, don't you? Like you would like rainy,
fucking love
cold.
It.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. It was raining yesterday and a little bit the day before, and I was outside with my face up, letting the rain hit me. And I had like, I think leggings and a coat on the whole time, and I never complained one time about the cold. I was so happy.
It's a cool city, man. I haven't been there in a while. My friends that were there have mostly left in the last year and a half.
It's expensive as fuck.
It's ludicrous, man. But it is a great city. It is such a vibe there. And, you know, I think that it's probably shifted from what people have told me about it in terms of, you know, the tech money that came in and it got so expensive and people were getting pushed out. But it's still going to always be San Francisco. You know, like I think it just has a vibe about it. You know, when you can look at that bridge and just look at Marin and just the fog and it's just the hills and everything. It's just it's an awesome city. Like it's an awesome city. So I hope we keep it great. You know what I mean? But it definitely has that feel when you get there. You're just like, man, so
you know how empty it was? I found parking every single place I went, including Pier 39.
Wow.
In the middle of a Saturday night when it was popping. Found parking on the street. And then 1 minute later, watched a car pull up, double park for a second. Someone hopped out, busted a car window, dove in, grabbed a backpack, slid out, and jumped in the car. And it was like 15 seconds. Probably Holy faster shit. Because I screamed at the top of my lungs, "What the fuck?" I was trying to like get attention and like maybe someone have a picture of the license plate or something, but I had never seen that happen in person. You hear about from comics all the time, laptop snatching.
Yeah.
And at this point it's like, why would you leave your backpack in the car? You know, I carried mine with me. I can't wear a backpack right now because of my shoulder surgery, but I have my side bag. It's annoying, but it's better than having your laptop stolen, which I watched happen in literally 15 seconds.
That's crazy.
In broad daylight on a busy street.
Wow.
Who knows if they got anything good out of it, you know? But so that was definitely a fear the whole time. And every time we were in like a sketchy neighborhood parking, I was like, oh, well, boop, that's the best I can do, you know?
Yeah, all rental cars all day. You know?
I have a Nissan because my brother works at Nissan, and I have like 30,000 miles a year on the lease allowed. Oh, so wow. I was like, I'll drive. Yeah. I have like pretty much, that's nearly unlimited mileage. I've been driving everywhere all the time, and I've barely hit 15.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a pretty drive going up there too.
It is. I'll be doing it again soon. My brother just moved to Tracy, an hour east of San Fran. So nice. I'll be up there a significant amount, I think.
And don't you have somebody in like Arizona too? Haven't you been to Arizona?
Yeah, I have an aunt and cousins in Arizona. My mom's in Vegas. My sister's in Florida, and my other brother and my father. Those are all in Florida. And then this brother was in DC, and now he's in Tracy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gone anywhere. I took my daughter to that Stranger Things exhibit that was downtown. It was awesome, but like that was like, I don't know, January this year. Yeah. And I was like, this is the furthest I've been away from the house since
Well, you
March.
guys are, you could go to like the beach, right?
We go to the beach. We go to the beach pretty much every weekend. But, you know, traveling on the freeway, I was just like, holy shit, I haven't been on the freeway really And I used to go all the time,
Mm-hmm.
like back and forth to the airport and shit. And so it's been weird. It's been really weird, but I feel like, I don't know. Again, I didn't get the vaccine yet. I'm on an overflow list because they're having to throw it away
Yes.
at the end of the day, which is bananas. But and people that can get it aren't getting it. So
Right.
I don't feel bad about being on the list. Like,
No, you should not at all. Anybody should be going to every location every day trying to get the vaccine. Who cares about line jumpers? Be the line jumper. Get in there. The more people that are vaccinated, the better. And they are literally throwing away nearly a third of all vaccinations.
That's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when that happens, I'll feel a lot better. And but I do think that it'll be weird, like you said, like about a year. It'll be weird for like a year, and then it's going to be roaring 20s. And I think comedy's going to be really big.
Oh yeah,
I think it's and live events are going to be just astounding. I can't wait to go to a concert. I can't wait to I don't know when I'll feel okay at a full on packed concert again, but I think it's going to be sometime, and I can't wait because there's just nothing like it.
I can't wait to rave, do drugs with my friends, and lay down on the ground and not make out with people, but be like really close to their faces, saying how awesome they are and stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to do psychedelics with other people because I've been microdosing acid every couple of days when I'm not on pain pills from random surgeries that I'm having. And it's definitely elevated my mood a lot because this last fall, like September to December, I was bad. I was suicidal. And I think a lot of it was pandemic, obviously. And just like I'm an exercise person, and being an invalid because of the hip surgery was really, really, I took it really hard.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I had jumped into dating and comedy and focusing on my career so hard after the breakup that I didn't really process it. And it was hitting me. I was having night terrors all the time. I was connecting the dots in my head of all the times that there had been cheating and I had overlooked it. And I was driving myself crazy.
Yeah.
And I was in a very bad place. And I know that if I hadn't reached out and told people, I probably would have taken my own life. So I told my closest friends. I told my mom. I told my therapist. I got another therapist. I got put on 4 pills for various, one to help me sleep, one to help me not have night terrors, one to help me mood stabilize in the morning, and then one to help me with the side effects of all of those. It was a whole cocktail of things. And I had always planned to get off of them and go to psychedelics again. So I'm pared down to 1 now.
Yeah. And
doing comedy again. My job is good. I had the boundaries thing was, I had a really heart to heart talk with my boss about what I want for my job and what I see myself doing. And it's not being confined to 4 walls. So that's happening now. I'm getting to do more stuff, open more businesses. But after this weekend of trying to, be out, having a romantic weekend and take work calls and, figure shit out, I'm when do I decide that I don't work anymore? And then I just do comedy again, because I've been through bouts of that.
Yeah.
But you either have to decide that you're okay living like a pauper and the creature comforts don't matter, or you're a bougie bitch like me and you don't decide that. You're just I can't not have, I would be bored too. I like to be really fucking busy.
Yeah.
So that my downtime feels so much more earned.
Yeah.
And so I'm juggling that now, trying to figure out what I want to do long term and how I want to make money. But now I'm stacking chips. The OnlyFans money, I'm only going to be hot for so long. So I'm banking on that as much as I can. Paid all my surgeries off, paid all my credit card debt off, and saving money so that if I do decide I don't want to work anymore, I want to just try comedy for a year, I can float,
Yeah. I say if you can do it, do it. Why not? we've all just watched that there are no fucking rules, pretty
Right.
much. You know what I mean? So, I feel like if you can do it, you should do it. And the other thing is like, you don't have to be anywhere in particular, really, anymore. You know, like it's almost like anywhere you went at this point, I'm talking you particularly, you could create a situation for yourself in any town, pretty much, any city, anywhere you go, that you could be comfortable and live as an artist, you know, and pretty well if you're good at it, you know, like
Sure.
you don't need everybody. And I'm guessing if you're like me, like I really felt that I'd already been going towards this whole thing of like, I don't want to need anything. I don't want to like, I don't know. I'm just not, there's like a few things that I care about getting quality things and that's it. And everything else, like I don't need much, you know what I mean? Like simplify this pandemic hopefully simplified people's lives a little bit, like really got it down to what's important and where you live and what you're doing. And it's like, oh shit, I can do whatever the fuck I want. If you're clever enough, if you're trying to do what you want to do, then hell yeah, do it. You know what I mean? Like, but there is
Give and take. You have to be okay with,
yeah.
you know,
You would
I've moved 3
probably
times
be
in the
bored.
last year and a half and pared down my stuff each time. I live in a 1-bedroom now. Both my boyfriend and I lived in 2 bedrooms with other people.
Yeah.
Now we're in a 1-bedroom and we're not crowded in here because we're just like, we don't need it. We don't need this stuff. I mean, when I found him, he was only doing comedy and didn't have a bed frame. So like, we're not completely the same in that regard. I'm bougie. I like nice things, but I don't need a lot of things. I just want the things I have to be nice.
Exactly.
And, like I'm in a good place now where we don't buy things. We just have experiences. We put money aside every month to go do things, and obviously not as fun as they used to be, but you know, go do shit, go fucking stay in a hotel for the weekend in Solvay or something, you know, that's what we've decided is like what we really want to do. And we want to get an RV and book a tour where both of us can do comedy and just hit the road. And for like months at a time. And that's the dream.
Do you guys both, does he have a podcast?
Yes, he does. He has a podcast with Nathan Hurd, who just recently got huge on TikTok for some reason.
Oh, wow.
It's called Back by Sunset.
And what about you?
Mine's glitching. It's back sometimes. It's back now. I took a big long break, and then honestly, being in a 1-bedroom apartment with somebody who works from home and loves you to death and wants to be with you, like he would live inside of me if he could.
That's awesome.
It's very difficult to do. Like we're both extroverts, but he's the kind of extrovert that gets his energy from other people, and I'm the kind that spends my energy on other people. So I need to be alone to recharge.
Yeah,
and it has taken an entire year to get him to understand that. Like we're going to get along better if you just give me a couple hours. So he got a bicycle and now he bikes sometimes when I need like alone time. And I've been scheduling like recording podcasts and stuff around that time. Cause even if he's in the bedroom locked in here, I can't relax and do a podcast because I know he's locked in here ready to come out. And it's just like, it's an anxiety thing. If we had a 2-bedroom, everything would be different. I would just go in there and close the door whenever I felt like it. I think we might end up in a 2-bedroom pretty soon. Interesting.
Well, I mean, I was going to say the reason I ask about the podcast is because I find it interesting, and like, you know, if I this is going to come out weird. Like, I don't want this to be the case, but the way I think about it is like, if I was by myself, what would I do with a podcast? Like, if you have a decent podcast, the stats tell you where your listeners are. You tour there. That's what you do. So you don't even have to like try to, try cities that might or might not work. It's like, well, we're going to these 9 cities where I have 1,000 downloads a week, and maybe they're not the city I thought, but they're going to have a hotel. They're going to have cool people. They're going to have your people, and you're going to have a great time and be like, holy shit, this weird little town. Like, who's it? Stanhope that lives in like Bisbee, Arizona. He's like, yeah, it's fucking great.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think it's a whole brave new world of artists can do whatever the fuck they want. If just
I'm stoked.
keep being good, keep being you, and do it as well as you can, and play the long game too. I think that's the thing in Los Angeles is everybody's expecting everything to happen because they're here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, you still got to make your own shit happen, and even people that had shit happen aren't that successful.
Yeah, it's
like,
true. I mean, I get it, and I think you're right about the podcast. Like, that's why I've been contemplating, how do I work this out where I can make this podcast thing happen? Because that's the most requested thing from people that are like, I don't want to say fans, because I don't feel like I'm like a person who has fans, but like people who follow me, who I don't follow, constantly asking me, where's your podcast? When's the next episode? Da, da, da. Like, I don't think I'm that interesting, but somebody does.
Dude, don't sell yourself short, dude. You're very interesting. I think you're a very interesting person. You're a dancer. You want to be an FBI agent. You're a linguist. You're into psychedelics. You're into comedy. You've had 1 million surgeries. You know what I mean?
I'm a psycho. Like, I'm definitely a psychopath.
You've had plenty of struggles with mental stuff, and I think you could help a lot of people. But like the RV thing, that sounds awesome,
right?
You could make it a mobile podcast studio. You could travel around. You could put on shows with you and Zane. He's a beast as well. Like, look at what Christina Pazitsky and Tom Segura built. You know what I mean? Like, they're very inspirational. There's no rules. And I think, I know I'm way too old to have just figured that out, unfortunately. But
what is old?
Well, old, I feel like I'm about 23, but like when your body
you're
starts
not old.
Taking a shit on you, it's like, that's because it's been used this long. Like I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. But I think it's good to think about that kind of shit sometimes. Like how many trips you're taking around this earth, you know what I mean? And how many have gone by already? It's like, fuck, man. Goes quick.
And what have you done? What have you done that you're proud of and that you're happy that you did? And what's on your bucket list? The Northern Lights are the top of my bucket list. And that's like as soon as the world opens back up and we can travel again, I'm going to fly to Norway where my family is. And then I'm going to drive to Tromsø and I'm going to go see the fucking Northern Lights.
That's dope.
That's number one dream.
Yeah. Well, totally doable.
Mm-hmm.
Totally doable. And Tom Green's driving around the country in a van too. Did you ever see any of his YouTube stuff?
I did not. I heard about that.
It's cool.
I feel like he's going to do it differently than I want to do it. I'm bougie, so I want a beautiful rain shower.
I'm sure he's doing it way different than you're going to do it, but he did get one of those Sprinter vans and like kit it out with recording equipment and sleeping gear and he has these. He's really into photography. So the video that he's shooting is beautiful. Like he's using these drones and going to these crazy remote places where nobody is, by himself in this van and like flying his drone. It's just him and his dog. It's dope. Like he's
good for him.
He's having a good time. So yeah, I definitely check that out. He's doing good. Yeah, man, there's no fucking rules. You were saying you were going to pick up 2 inches apart again. I watched some of those not too long ago, dude. They're so good.
Thank you.
Like, I'm going to put the link in here because if people haven't seen it, like, you are so good on that sketch, on those sketches. Like, you're so fucking good. It just cracks me up the way you approach that. And your attitude in those sketches is like, I don't know. Do you notice how like, this is going to sound shitty too, but like you set yourself apart from a lot of sketches that people put out, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, I don't know if it was the I think it was the writing and the way you guys acted them out, but it was just excellent. Everyone was great. You know?
Yeah, it was a gift to live with Delaney, who is so fucking talented and beautiful and smart and kind. And sometimes I wish we could just go back to that, just living together, you know. She's like getting married and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
But we were like gung ho, like wrote a whole season of, you know, Adrienne and Delaney, the characters we had, going through Adrienne's divorce. And like, it was funny and it was deep, and we had hired like a director, and we were like, you know, headed towards really fucking doing this thing. And then COVID hit, and Delaney pivoted, and she has her own consultation business, doing it with Delaney. She helps creatives, you know, get their business going, and she's super successful with that. So she doesn't freaking need to do 2 inches apart right now.
Yeah.
But trust me, when pandemic is lifted and maybe like her wedding is over and stuff, I'll probably revisit like, hey, let's fucking shoot this thing. She likes to do sketches and write them and be creative and stuff. And we had such a good time with that.
You guys were so funny. You guys are so funny. And she played, I don't know, just the characters you created were so well done. And just, I don't know, it was great. So I'm happy to hear it might come back. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I'd like to be acting again, but I just don't know in what regard. And like Zane is a trained actor.
Yeah.
We could do things together, but honestly, I'm just fucking tired of looking at his face at this point.
His damn stocks in the morning.
Mm-hmm. He's lucky he's handsome. I would have left a long time ago if he weren't so nice to look at. He probably says the same thing about me.
Well, I mean, shit, you guys fast forwarded very quickly.
Yes, we did.
What you're doing.
You know, we've been together a year and 3 months now.
Yeah. Well, I have not seen you this happy in a while, so that's cool.
I'm happy. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. And you had a crazy year. And fuck it. You're doing great.
Yeah. And you, good podcast. Sounds dope. Good sound quality.
Yeah.
You're producing it and stuff. It's like, you feeling fulfilled by this?
I do really like it. I question why I'm doing it all the time though.
No, we all.
Yeah. I like it. And you know, all I can think of is like, I really like podcasts. I really like listening to them. And the reasons I like listening to them are all kinds of different reasons, but hearing real conversations and hearing people talk about shit is interesting to me. So I think that I know interesting people, so I like to talk to them. Like I miss, I don't know if when comedy comes back, it's going to be as like, interesting to me to also have calls, but I might, cause I'm tired of Zoom too. But like doing a podcast, here's what I think. I think I feel like I'm probably at minimum 6 months, probably more like a year before I would produce a show.
Sure.
You know? So that means I'm a year away from getting to hang out with comics on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
That means I'll have 50 some more podcasts down by then. I'll be better at it. Maybe I'll even have people that like it. And then the shows can have a live podcast element, or I'll record the podcast in person before the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel just like, fuck it, I'll just keep doing it. I like it. I don't want to not do it.
Yeah, do it.
But
this isn't going anywhere. This Zoom shit,
yeah.
we have Zoom fatigue or whatever, and we're going to want to be mostly doing stuff. But like, you tell a comic, hey, you can drive to my house an hour away from you and do my podcast, or you can tune in on a Zoom call and we can do it.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, yeah, I'll tune into the Zoom call.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. Yeah. Yeah. It works out. I mean, it's good. I think you originally when I started doing it, when I originally wanted to do it, I wanted to do it with like late at night. Cause I was like, let's make it like it's after a show. And then I realized nobody has the like energy that they have and the adrenaline that they'd have after a show to be chatty and shooting the shit. So what you end up with is like, everybody's tired. Like, why is this so fucking late at night? Because I was having people come on at like 10 o'clock and they're like, I usually go to bed at 7 now.
Legit. I've been going to bed the same time I used to leave the house to go do comedy for the night. Like around 9 or 10. I'm like winding down on the couch watching fucking What a True Blood or whatever.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've watched so much TV in this last year, and I'm not a TV watcher. Zane always says, he's like, I like this year because it made you chill the fuck out. Because I've been running at a fucking full speed for so long that, and that's the number one thing my friends say about me is like, I wish you learned how to relax. Because even when like a friend's over and we're sitting like watching something, I'm like thinking about stuff. I'm like, oh, let me pause. Hold on. I'm going to write a joke down. You know, like it never ever turn off and just shut the fuck up and stop. And I've been doing more of that. The edibles are helping for sure. Yeah. And Zane is a big help for that too. He's a very calming presence. And he's very good about being like, shh, 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 just sit and be still. No, it's not easy for you because Dr. TikTok diagnosed you with ADHD. Yeah. You have to sit and be still.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to do. It's hard to do. And it's, you always want to, like you were saying, you like to get a lot done so you can actually chill, but then you actually have to chill. Like you have to like zone out and get white noise going or surrender to whatever you're watching, like let them take your brain for a while,
I have no chill. I mean, I was right before COVID hit. I was up at 6, yoga, running, bar, whatever before work, go to work all day, come home, take a 30-minute power nap, go out and do comedy for the night, figure out who I was going to fuck that night. I mean, I've, exclusively dated a couple people in a row, but I didn't have one fucking minute of being single from the time I broke up to being with Zane. It was just like, I cannot be unoccupied. And I know that that's a trauma response. I'm aware of that. But this year has really, really made me just sit with it. The anxiety you're feeling, you got to work through it. You can't just go for a run right now because you got a broke ass hip. Yeah. And that's been humbling. I mean, it's humbling to get cheated on and broken up with when you're the one who was like, I don't even like this person anymore. Why are they dumping me? Very humbling. Yeah. And then your body breaking, you're getting older, your body's betraying you and you have to get things fixed. I'm humbled. I'm humbled as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Life will do that, man. It seems like life will do that. I mean,
if you're lucky.
Yeah. If you're paying attention, I guess. People don't get the message.
Ego. That's the humbling that needs to happen. And psychedelics help, obviously. Yeah. But I meet people my age or older all the time who have not had any kind of humbling. No reckoning. They are just blasting through life as though they've been wronged or they're victims in some way, And I feel sorry for them. I hope and pray that they find the psychedelics or whatever that's going to help them get that ego death,
Yeah, man, it's really important. I'm reading this really interesting book called The Immortality Key right now. And it's about the Eleusinian mysteries. Did you ever dig into any of that?
No.
I'm not going to bore you with my version. It's the gist is that most religion, specifically Catholic religion, has its roots in the Greek Eleusinian mysteries and Dionysus, which was basically psychedelic wine experiences leading to immortality, and that this has been ancient. Everybody knew this, and like he dissects the Gospels and shows how like they were trying to send a message to the people that didn't live in their town anymore. Like, hey, that thing we did in Greece, you can do that at home now. Here's the recipe. Don't let it get out of hand, kind of thing. And there's a lot of, I'm not finished it yet, but he's getting to the part where there's also the evidence strongly supports that this was always done by women, always, that they were the keepers of this sacred death potion, and that it was, officially squashed. That's why the Catholic Church kind of came in, squashed that, turned it into a patriarchy, made the whole ceremony fake, basically. So you didn't get the psychedelics. You just got, hey, we just turned this wine into into the blood of Christ, that kind of thing. So it's interesting. And it's like, this dude has been researching this for his whole life, and he put this story together, and it's like, holy shit. But by the end, you're like, yeah, that makes more sense than what we interpreted it as,
I've heard something similar before. It was like, like Druids, discussion of pagan people, and like the Catholic Church took over there. Very similar, because they were the Vikings, which I descended from, have been shrooming and DMTing for so long that's why elves are such a big part of their culture. Like every Christmas we hide Nissamen, who are elves who show you to your gifts, because they would. I saw elves on DMT, changed my fucking life forever. I'll never be the same. I didn't even know you could see elves before I did DMT, and I get it now. So I would definitely be interested in reading that, because I haven't heard the Greek perspective. Obviously, Dionysus you hear about in the psychedelic community.
Yeah.
But
it's cool. It's very interesting. It's very interesting, and there's pictures and all these vases that he's found and unearthed, and he's gone to like the underbelly of the Vatican and the Louvre and seen all these, like, do you like how I said that, Louvre? All these bowls and shit that were used in the ceremonies, with pictures of women holding the different ingredients. And it's just like, yeah, that makes way more sense, because if it grew on moldy bread, they had to figure out what dosage to get to. They were like pharmacologically intelligent, because they didn't have medicine. They had to fucking like make it up and use all kinds of shit. So yeah, it's really, you'll dig it. You'll really dig it.
Say the name of it again.
It's called The Immortality Key. I think the guy's
Immortality Key.
Brian Monroe. Brian Moriescu.
I'll remember that, because my favorite series by my favorite author, Pierce Anthony, is called The Incarnations of Immortality, science fiction fantasy, where the offices of immortality are held by people. You have to kill it. Like death is an office that you hold. And you have to kill the previous death, and you become death. And God, Satan, time, war, etc.
Interesting.
So it's my favorite series, and I keep rereading it every time I get out of reading, because I've been too busy and I want to get back into reading. I read that series, and that gets me back into, falling in love with it. It's kind of like, how NFL players train with like way more weight than they need, and then it's easier when they're playing the game. That's because this is like, his vocabulary is so intense, and his theories and like the logic and the storyline are so convoluted. You have to really focus and pay attention, and like I've had to like, I think I'd have a Kindle now. I have to like look up words sometimes, which is not usually something I need to do, but it's like my brain is so like, oh my God. And then when it's time to read something later, I'm like, all right, here we go. I got this.
Interesting. So when you read, you don't feel the pull of the ADHD?
Definitely. I definitely do. Yeah. And that's why I go so long without reading, is because I try. I mean, I read for work, I read emails, and I read articles, and I have to read all the time. But sit down and relax and read a book when I need to hang that picture and put those things away and move that. And the sewing project I was supposed to do. And like, it just is never ending. It never stops, you know?
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah.
I'm exhausting. I exhaust myself.
It's tough to be trapped in there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're into linguistics too, right?
Yes, that's my first degree.
Yeah.
And my true love, my true passion.
I think you're going to be just fine doing whatever the fuck you want, Adrienne.
I hope so.
But you got to just keep doing. I'm psyched for you that you got back into comedy. I feel like I've been at one or two of your comedy rebirths. Like every time I see you on a show, you're like, I haven't done comedy for a year.
Yeah. I mean, technically I started 10 years ago, but I have taken multiple year breaks multiple times.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long you would say I've been doing comedy, but like I don't have bad sets anymore. So that's how long I've been doing comedy. Like even when it's not as great, you still wouldn't call me a bad comic.
Right. Yeah.
So that's how long I've been doing it.
I think doing comedy in Los Angeles is it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
New York too. If you can successfully navigate it in these places, you're decent and should probably keep trying, basically, is how I look at it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an answer, but it's just like, okay, I think I can do this relatively well. It depends for how long. You look at, I struggle to pull off an hour, half hour, 20 minutes. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
you can somewhat do it. And I think, but yeah, I mean, I know you and I both share, the just not having the greatest set at Psychedelic Science. I think about the jokes
I
I
ate
did
a
at that
dick
show.
so bad. I quit comedy after that.
I know. That was such a weird night, but it's
I got high. I shouldn't have done that.
oh yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Before your set?
I think your vape pen like 3 or 4 times. And usually I don't ever smoke weed before a set, but something in me was like, sure, yeah, that'll calm you down and focus you. And then I got on stage and just fucking blanked all the psychedelic stuff I'd written and run and was happy with out the window, just did random shit. And then eventually I was like, I need to get off stage. I have to get off stage right now. And then I wanted to go die. And luckily I had just gotten married. So I had that to fall back on, but it was weird having my brand new husband in the audience, basically just being like, I'm sorry, babe. Yeah, you fucking sucked. He never said that. He would never have said that to me, but like, it was rough. It was very rough. And I felt like it was the universe telling me like, yeah, you got to stop doing this. And I think it meant for now, because obviously I wouldn't keep getting pulled. Like Hooper, I haven't really talked to him in forever. I did a Zoom show of his a few months ago.
Yeah.
Coping Mechanism with Sophie Alexandra. And, had a good set on there and stuff. And he said he just randomly thought of me because the San Francisco dudes were like, you can bring someone, preferably a woman.
Yeah.
And he's like, I quickly ran through like, no, I don't want that vibe. No, I don't want that vibe. No, I don't want Adrienne. Yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
Boom. And he asked me and I was just like, yeah, I'll move whatever I need to move to make this happen right now.
That's rad.
Yeah. So it was like the universe through Alex brought me back.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, there's something to all that. The more I learn, the more I think about it, the more I feel that connectivity across a lot of different aspects when you keep just doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Energy.
Yeah, man. It's a trip. I dig it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I dig it. Well, listen, do you want to plug anything or, I don't know, put any stuff together? Yeah. Lay it out.
Yeah. Let's plug Glitchin' Podcast, available where all podcasts are available pretty much, unless you're one of those weirdos. Sorry, I cannot accommodate everyone. Cradrian.com is where I keep like other podcasts that I've guested on. So anyone can hear anything. I'll add this one when you go live with it. And a contact form, my socials, everything's on. And I'm Cradrian everywhere.
Cool. I'm going to put that in the show notes. And man, it's good to see you. And it's glad
You too.
I'm so good to see you happy.
Mm-hmm. You too.
And just healing. And good luck tomorrow with the second
being
shot.
Sick.
Yeah, I mean it's a miracle. You're going to experience a miracle.
I can't wait.
Of science. So just ride it out. Get some chicken soup and wrap a hot towel around your head.
I will. And you, good luck getting it, and your whole family, and getting some kind of vacation on the books.
I know, dude. Need it badly.
You need it
badly. Well, listen, man. Be good. I'm so grateful for you and to get the chance to chat with you. And be good. Talk soon, all right? All right.
Talk soon. Okay, bye.
Later.
That you're really a part of me. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. want you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin.